let me jump to kind of an issue that affects us here in Silicon Valley. HR 9, the Innovation Act. It takes a substantial step forward in cracking down on patent trolls. What's your position on the legislation and the prognosis moving forward in Congress?
I'm on the Judiciary Committee where we look over intellectual property, and HR 9, the Innovation Act, has been a bill that we've gone through and that we've passed through committee, and I supported in committee. It's a challenge because we have big differences between different types of industries, and if you look at different business models, people use patents in different ways. So we have the tech community, which generally has, patents are shorter lived because innovation happens so quickly. So you might have a patent on medicine that changes. Products have multiple patents. I touch my phone when I say that. They have multiple patents associated with them. And then on the other side, you have the life sciences world where you might have one patent and you might have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on research to come up, and many things that weren't successful before you come up with something successful. And so in order to justify that investment, folks want to make sure that they're able to have a business case going forward. And so longer term patents are so critical to their business model. And so you have many challenges getting kind of the tech community and the life sciences community to come together. And so every time you make changes to any type of patent legislation, someone's happier but someone else is unhappy, and that's been the challenge in terms of solving this problem. Now, there are some things that I think are really basic, and we might end up actually in a place where we end up with something that's very basic moving forward. Venue is an important issue. Venue being, where do you get to have your case heard? The Eastern District of Texas is kind of the place where people go to have patent cases heard because they tend to be more favorable to the people bringing litigation, and it has become a center for that. And so people actually try to get their cases heard, and parts of Eastern Texas have their cities. It's kind of their economic development policy is to kind of work around this. So if we could pass legislation, and I had an amendment on the Innovation Act with respect to venue, so that you can't really shop venue, you can't try to pick where your case is heard so you get a better result, but we end up with them being heard in places across the country that are relevant to the businesses there. That alone, I think, addresses a lot of issues, and a lot of issues that impact everyone, so that it's not this argument between kind of different business models or different stakeholders. But it's a challenge moving forward on the broader legislation, like I said, because we have many folks who are opposed and many folks who are very supportive, but the second you try to do anything to try to address the differences, sometimes you make one set of stakeholders happy and someone else unhappy. And again, this shouldn't be about business model. We need patent policy that is kind of an equal playing field for everyone, and that's been part of the challenge. But we're a little bit stuck on that right now.